Okay, everyone, hello. My name is Ethan Whitaker, and today I'll be defining imposter syndrome, indicating the signs and types of imposter syndrome and providing ways to overcome it. I've struggled with imposter syndrome for quite some time without knowing the name of it, and after doing some research and putting a name to the disorder, I'm happy to tell anyone who is interested. Imposter syndrome can be defined as a concept defining individuals who have struggled to internalize their accomplishments and are plagued by persistent fear of being exposed as a fraud. Now, it is not officially recognized, but there are several signs that may indicate an individual has imposter syndrome, such as worrying that people will find out you're a fraud, feeling as if you do not deserve your success, attributing your wins to an outside source like luck or perfect timing, having feelings of inadequacy despite evidence of achievements, and a lack of self-confidence or anxiety about your abilities. Imposter syndrome is not something only regular people can have either. Famous celebrities like Maya Angelou, the first man to walk on the moon, Neil Armstrong, and even former First Lady Michelle Obama have gone on record expressing their self-limiting beliefs and fear of exposure. Imposter syndrome is not one size fits all either. There are 5 types of imposters. The first one being the genius, who thinks that after you have to work for something, they're an imposter. The second type is the expert, who thinks that they must know everything and anything there is to know about something before they act, or else they're an imposter. The third type is the soloist, who believes that they're an imposter if they have to ask others for help. The fourth type is the perfectionist, who's only satisfied if their extremely high standards are met, if not, imposter. The fifth and final type is the superhuman, who's under the intense notion that they must work harder than anyone else before they're ever found out. Personally, I am a soloist because my greatest weakness is asking for help. I feel a swell of anxiety whenever I have to ask anyone for something that I can't figure out myself. Next, the cycle. Victims of imposter syndrome tend to follow a similar cycle when they have achieved something. Now, to paint a picture, say someone asks you to do a task. Your first thought might be, I can't do this. I'm not qualified for this. And eventually, if you get convinced to even take the task at all, you might procrastinate and put it off for long periods of time. And then you only have so much time to do it. And then you finally do it, you think, oh, I can't, this is terrible. I didn't have enough time to do this. But now everyone loves it. They start praising you, you start to feel successful, but then intrusive thoughts of doubt start to creep in. Maybe you feel like my luck has run out. This is the last good thing I'll ever do. This might be it. I have to keep faking it till I make it until people find out. And then that spirals into depression and even anxiety. Imposters all have an internal monologue too, with phrases on repeat such as, you're not as amazing, you're not as smart as you think you are, or maybe your colleagues think you're amazing, but we both know you're not. Or things like, admit it, you have no idea what you're doing. Eventually everyone will find out you're not who you say you are. But according to Medical News Today's newsletter, there are a few remedies to imposter syndrome, such as listing your accomplishments, writing down accomplishments on a notepad or even a post-it notes in your office can really improve your mental health. Celebrating your wins. Make sure to always congratulate yourself more than anyone else for your big or small victories. Stop comparing yourselves to others because you're not them, but they're also not you. If you compare yourself, you're always leaving up the option that there's someone better, which is often the case. Don't energize negativity within yourself. Don't give power to anything that can harm you within yourself. Accept perfection as impossibility and normalize failure. There's no such thing as perfection. So the sooner you live with that, the sooner you'll be able to overcome imposter syndrome. Positive affirmations to keep yourself motivated and uplifted. Sayings you say to yourself to apprehend the negative comments you might make about yourself. And finally, own every ounce of your success because it belongs to you. And every time you succeed, you should feel like you did. A famous quote from the Buddha, nothing can harm you as much as your own thoughts unguarded. In other words, nothing can hurt you unless you let it. So by following these simple tips, you're being proactive in minimizing your imposter syndrome. Thank you for listening.